everyone, I'm Alina with Awaken Catholic, and this is Awaken the Saint. When I say today's saint was on fire with a deep devotion to our Blessed Mother, he was in all respect and in the best possible way, the mama's boy. In fact, he inspired a devotion to the Immaculate Heart of Mary everywhere he went, and he took his mission to his own heart very seriously. Anthony wasn't from a noble background, nor did he have much of an upbringing. He began as a simple weaver. Born in Catalonia, Spain, Anthony lived a simple and humble life, even learning Latin and the printing process, a little foreshadow for the life he would create for himself. He was later accepted into the seminary and was ordained in 1835. Because of his poor health, Father Anthony wasn't able to enter a religious order as he originally intended, but this wasn't the end of his journey, only the beginning. He was assigned as a missionary to Catalonia and the Canary Islands. He set to work instructing the faithful, leading retreats and tirelessly preaching on the love of God through the heart of Mary. Before long, Father Anthony became one of the most successful and popular preachers in all of Spain. He was never seen without a rosary in hand, and within 10 years had established the Congregation of Missionary Sons of the Immaculate Heart of Mary, also known simply as the Claretians. It was around this time that Cuba needed the charismatic guidance of this powerful preacher. He was appointed the Archbishop of Santiago in 1850, and he set to work igniting a love for our Mother in the hearts of the Cubans. He also founded another ministry, the Teaching Sisters of Mary Immaculate. With powerful preaching comes powerful enemies. An attempt was made on the Archbishop's life at least 14 different times, and one was almost successful. Thankfully, it ended in failure, but still left him gravely wounded on the face and wrists. Out of mercy and compassion, Archbishop Anthony was able to spare his assassin of the death penalty, and instead asked that the criminal serve time in prison. After his shepherding in Cuba, Pope Pius IX called Father Anthony back to Spain to serve as the confessor to Queen Isabella II. Although he didn't relish in the thought of this new assignment, he humbly obeyed with the conditions of not having to live in the palace or attend court functions, and only being called to educate the royal children and hear the Queen's confessions. Otherwise, he was free to preach and write. It didn't take long for Father Anthony to put his printing skills to the test. He founded the religious publishing house where he printed over 200 original works and commentaries, some including books on environmentalism. In the end, he fled in exile with the royal family during the Revolution of 1868 and died in Paris in 1870. St. Anthony was canonized in 1950 and became the patron saint of Catholic press and weavers. His story reminds each of us that our journey to sainthood might not be easy, but when we surrender our lives to God, especially through the heart of Mary, we can bring countless lives closer to the cross. St. Anthony Mary Claret, ora pro nobis.
Thank you for tuning in to Awaken the Saint.